Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon, and he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Mixon on the toss right. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Room here to run. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers 18. A big 3rd down play there for the Bengals. 48 yards on the ground.
First down, Bengals.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. Green with a catch left side. 7 yards the pick up there. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 11-yard line.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line. He has enough for the 1st down on the keeper, a gain of 6. They'll run here with Mixon. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
At the Panthers' 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Cincinnati.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7. Panthers 9.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the 1st. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
We saw it at Stanford. It does not surprise me to see it here in the NFL as well. This is one elusive young man.
He set the NCAA record in 2015, 3,864 all-purpose yards.
Listen, after watching that move, I just called for the trainer. I think I pulled a hammy just watching it.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A quick throw by Bridgewater, and that's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Short of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Again, McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down by Von
That's a
Bell.
nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Yeah, this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
It's now 4th and goal.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey taking it in. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Slide to kick off for Carolina.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that what
he
he
would have
hates?
kept it on the ground.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Buying time to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd and 8 coming up. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Yetur Gross-Matos just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Green's got it over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And a big turnover there as as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now.
Try to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Bernard.
From 6 yards away. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
On second down, Bridgewater again. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Touchdown, Carolina! Curtis Samuel in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are a 2-point conversion away from tying up this football game. Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. They go with McCaffrey. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Green once again the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offense offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
I got one. Mike 5-5. Mike 5-5.
On third down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And they'll try for it here on fourth. Bridgewater and company stay out there. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
The ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers 18. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 10 more there and another first down.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Bernard getting the handoff from Burrow. And the Bengals are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone. It's third.
They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for third and goal. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to fourth down.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So on fourth down, Burrow will give way to Randy Bullock for the Bengals field goal. from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Bullock's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. McCaffrey on the toss right. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 26-yard line.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. They'll look to throw. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
4th down and less than a yard.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Here we go with McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front.
and touchdown and congratulations and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
First down.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. He's going to drop this one down to Bernard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Touchdown.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
21.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be incomplete, as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's got another first down, as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. And now here comes their final timeout, as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick in the game forthcoming. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 24-all. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to bring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers 30. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 3rd down, Mixon. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Mixon with a first down carry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Joe Mixon. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
In overtime.